Hello, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on how to kill a kit with style. This is my January kit, not the stencil, but all of the other stuff you see piled here, except for the inks, is from my January How to Kill a Kit with Style, plus my mini kit for a counterfeit kit challenge blog. I am also going to be working on 52 weeks of 52 favorite everyday photos. So here's my photo with my husband and my kitty cat. And then I have a pile of stuff here. Some of this stuff, like the embellishments, will get put away. I still have quite a bit of this collection to play with that I did not put in my kit. So like the fussy cut leaves that I didn't use, I'll just bag them all up and I'll put things away that I'm don't use on this lake, because obviously I'm not going to use all the things on here. My goal with a kit is to always attempt to get rid of the paper. So whatever paper I don't use today, unless it's a big, like these little pieces, if I don't use those in some layering, I'm gonna just toss it because they're small pieces. So I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna get started with this, and I will be right back. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut down this white cardstock to an 11-inch square. I'm just gonna cut an inch off each side so that I have the square already taken care of. And then I'm going to bring in that Delusion stencil, and as you can see, it is a brand new stencil. The design is a lot larger than I was expecting. Kind of happens when you buy things online. Sometimes you think, oh, well, that's a great design, let's use that, and it turns out to be a very large design. But I do like this stencil, and I think it'll be fun to play with paint. But I'm going to just use this 49 Market dye ink. This one is, I believe, called Rainforest, and I thought it was a great color for the Vicki Boutin pattern papers that I'm going to be putting on this layout. The whole goal here, of course, is to use as many of the scraps as I possibly can, and I do a pretty good job of it, if I do say so myself. So I'm just going to put some stenciling on the top and on the bottom. Oops, it moved right there. Kind of a bummer. I didn't have that magnet placed where I needed it to. But it's okay. And we're just going to go ahead and go with it here. But I'm just putting it on the top and the bottom because I know that I'm going to put pattern paper in the center, and there's no sense in doing the whole page with that, knowing that I'm going to cover it up. I had a little bit of a plan coming into this layout, but not as much as I would have liked. I just kind of rolled with it and just started working. So I've got all of the stenciling just about done here. I'm going to put things away, set things aside, and I'm going to just start building this layout. Now, that 49 Market ink is water reactive, and if you want, you can actually spritz water on it and it'll make a really beautiful effect. I showed that with a distress ink in a layout over the weekend, and I believe it was yesterday's video that I did that for. And so that's kind of a fun water-like effect that you can use. I'm not going to play with water here. I am on a time crunch. I'm doing this just hours before this video needs to go live. So we're not going to do a whole lot of mixed media here because we want to get it done. So I've matted that photo with that frame that I had previously cut out for another layout at the beginning of this month. I'm taking that branding strip off because I do save Vicki Boutin branding strips. And I'm going to cut down this piece of paper. I think it's 4.5, maybe it's 5 inches. And I'm just gonna kind of try to get it in the middle here. It's kind of guessing. I do line it up on my mat there a bit and kind of move it around to make sure that I got it kind of in the middle. And I know that a lot of my bottom is cut off, so I hope that this is visible enough so that you can really see what I'm doing. I have this piece of paper here. I love that mixed media look background. Kind of reminds me of the sky here in Colorado when it's nice and sunny. and I like that a lot. I'm cutting out a photo mat for my photo. I'm going to cut that photo down to 4 1/4, or the photo down to 4 by 4. So my photo mat, of course, is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. I end up cutting from the top and the bottom of the photo to make it 4 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and get that matted here in a second. But I decided I wanted to scuff up the edges of the layers that go on this. I had considered pulling off the blue piece and scuffing up the edge of that as well, but I decided this was going to be good enough because a lot of the blue is going to get covered with all of my layers and title. I mean, you're going to still be able to see it, but it does get covered up quite a bit. Now I have quite a few scraps here, and sometimes I'm good about cutting them down as I use them, and as you saw there, I just ran that through the die cut machine and put the scrap in with my kit and just moved on when I created the layout that I used this paper for. So, but sometimes I do cut them down so that they're, something that I can quickly grab. I've got this striped piece, and I'm going to kind of use that as a base behind the photo. It's part of one of my layers. I've got this branding strip here. They're kind of chevron arrows that go forward and back. And I'm just going to use that as another one of those layers here. You're not going to see a whole lot of that stripe piece, but I love that it is a lighter color and it kind of makes that photo pop a little bit. This piece of paper here, I don't think I had a whole lot of it left. There might have been a couple really small pieces that I tossed at the end of the video, but that piece was big enough to tuck underneath a photo. And as I said, I am trying to scuff up a lot of these pieces. I have all of the stuff that I pulled for this layout off to the side, and right now I am kind of looking for a journaling card that I saw when I was moving things off to the side. I found this tabbed divider piece of ephemera. It's got a purple tab on it. I'm going to tuck it up underneath one of the layers as well. That little purple tab is going to stick out there so that it can be seen. And I'm bringing in those magnets so that I can start weighting things down a little bit. And of course, right now those layers are crooked, but I do fix those as I work. I have this piece of ephemera here. I believe that this piece of ephemera came from a pack of All Good Things. And there's a couple of other things that I use from that paper pack. Like this banner piece here is also from that ephemera pack. I am going to cut off the tails because I don't need to have a banner piece. I just wanted another layer with another color to cut or to layer underneath the photo. And I'm going to stick that underneath that tab so that that purple tab stands out a lot better. All right, that little bell that you heard was my robot vacuum getting ready to run, and I had to pause and get the main floor of my house ready for her to run. I've named her Rosie, like Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. Anyway, so I finally found my piece of ephemera that I wanted to use for journaling. It's got that cute little notebook edge on the side with the watercolor butterflies. I flipped the edges so that they were kind of messy versus on there on purpose. I have this Polaroid frame that is black. I do scuff up the edges of that as well, and it does go on the layout, or on the journaling card does go on that Polaroid frame crooked, and that is absolutely intentional. I tucked that diamond, it's kind of a wreath, but it's diamond shape, and I tucked it up underneath. I didn't like that, but I just left it there because I needed to move on and try to find some other things. I know I want to use that Color Cast Design heart on this layout. It is the last piece from the little baggie that I opened up, I don't know, last month, a month before. I'm not sure. It's just been sitting up here on my desktop. I decided I probably ought to get my title on here before I get too attached to where things are placed. I know at this point that my journaling box is going to have to be moved down a lot. I did not put the little, it's actually a heart and not a dot that goes above the eye on things yet, because I didn't want to lose it, and I was afraid that I might have to move that title around a little bit. I didn't end up really moving it around. Now I'm going to pull down my title. I like that diamond wreath where it's at with the heart in the center, and now I'm going to start adding in these puffy hearts because they need to be used. And I believe that this set of puffy title phrases and little whatnots are also from All Good Things. And I'm pretty sure that this set of puffy stickers is from All Good Things, or at least one of her really early collections. But everything on here is mostly Vicki Boutin. Okay, I got this layout completely finished and glued down off camera. I added some doodling around the edges of the white paper that helps draw your eyes inwards. I did pop up the butterflies and both of these floral pieces up with some foam adhesive. I went ahead and I added a third heart in each of those clusters, and then a little tiny one here. Did my journaling, used some wet glue on these puffy stickers because I just don't trust that they'll stay down. Been burnt too many times with puffy stickers popping back up, so I just glue them down. And that is about it. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. If you are new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Just click that button below. If you would like YouTube to notify you, there is a bell down there. You can click that and choose how you would like YouTube to notify you. Also, make sure you check out my description box below. There is a playlist for how to kill a kit with style. That is a comprehensive playlist. It includes, I think, more than 1 year's worth of stuff, and we've just started a new year. But there's a lot of different kits, a lot of different things on there for you to check out and enjoy. There is also a playlist for 52 weeks of 52 favorite everyday photos. And so if you would like to enjoy those videos, just click on that one, and there might be some crossovers from each of the playlists. There's also a playlist for Baby Got Scraps because I used up scraps, and that feels really good, especially since we know that we are indeed moving this summer at some point. Less things to pack. You know, scrapbook paper's heavy. So again, thank you for being here, and I hope you guys have a great Monday. Bye.